Seahawks get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd and inches, Jackson. His throw incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and that'll make it 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Roberts got it. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Right here.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This time Jackson will throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
He can run for it, and he will. The ball comes out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the third time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Shifts by him. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get him! Gun. Mike, 36. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. 36. I'm coming.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Waiting. Watch the run. Go, guys. 4 down. 36. Hayward. 36. Check. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Wilson. He's got Lockett. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up the field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Lux 56.
Bang out.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. 4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Come on,
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Go, go, run, run, run.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Check, 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 check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Play action. Now Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Guys, 4 down, 4 down.
Penny, the 1st down carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Blue 15. Watch the run. They're running it. Alert.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have... No problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm coming. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Green 80. Monk's 56. Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
It's second and 8. Go! At the 17-yard line.
From the 17, Wilson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that ain't
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Past the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
19.
Now Wilson on first down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Letting one go deep for Robert. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Miller, incomplete. Marcus Peters on the coverage.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 43-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Fuck that, fuck that. 56 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. One left. Come get some. He don't want it.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
I'm coming for you, son. Under 10.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Edwards, a man who went undrafted out of Rutgers, signed with the Ravens, and last year as a rookie, very productive. 718 yards in only 11 games played. 300-yard games in the second half of the season. All of them victories, really helping propel the Ravens into the postseason. Also had better than 5 yards per carry. Quite a start for the Staten Island native to his NFL career.
And it's 3rd down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Go.
56, Mike, 56.
Now Wilson throwing again. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Fair. Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. Stays on his feet, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Edwards. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 26. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 26. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score, Ravens 23, Seahawks 16. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. To throw again. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Throwing is Wilson. This goes to Barber, the running back. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Check, check. Lucky.
14.
Back to the mic.
Here we go on fourth with Wilson. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Edwards. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
Now it's Edwards. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'll go special. Cut. Switch. Tempo.
And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Gun. 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 Check. 40. 52's the Mike. Ball shot. 552.
Wilson now operating from the gun. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They run once more with Edwards. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Now Edwards on first down. It's caught by Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Jackson. Being chased out left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Only a yard that time, second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Again, it'll be Edwards. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. Third and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. A little juke, powerful running. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Wilson, that's caught by Penny. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. 10, touchdown. 54. Mike, 54. Here we go.
And they take a knee. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.